Welcome back to the Can-Am Garage, guys. I am, well, so sorry. I don't know where the time went. I do know that the last time I did any videos for you, it was back in the spring. and that was what, in April, just after my life had changed due to a rather serious health scare. Since then, I haven't really worked much on models. I wanted to say that I really hadn't acquired much for the stash, but yeah, no, that's not working. Anyway, as I said, I'd had a serious health scare back in late March, early April, and that made me start thinking about things, and an opportunity was offered to me that I couldn't say no to. So I told my current job I'd stay to the end of the summer, and I'd move on, to train somebody to do my job, because there's nobody else that can do the job there. So that's what I've done. This summer has been, well, I guess I should say that I'm sexton for a cemetery and the groundskeeper. So that's two jobs: mowing the grass and, well, doing all the other stuff physically on site for the cemetery. Yeah, it's not, because how the cemetery is set up, it's not an easy job to learn. I spent the summer training a guy, and I feel he's ready to be the boss. I doubt he feels he's ready to be the boss, but hey, that, that's not my problem, because come the end of the season, which we're saying is late October, early November, that's it. That's all. I'm moving on to greener pastures. In fact, I'm even moving from the Canadian province of Quebec, aka French Canada, to the Canadian Maritime province of Nova Scotia. This is going to be a big change, because the only time I haven't lived here in my hometown of Magog, Quebec, was for the year I was in kindergarten. My parents had taken a transfer to Montreal. We lived in Chateauguay for a year, and, well, yeah, there was no difference then. Now I'm 54 years old. This is going to be a big change, moving from a province where talking English gets you looked at like you have talking English. I should say talking English in public. Let's say walking across a parking lot, talking with a friend, speaking English will get you looked at, and has got me looked at like I've got a horn growing out of my head. Yeah, there's something distinctly wrong with that. Anyway, let's get away from that. Moving on to Nova Scotia. A cousin offered to let me move into a place that he's having constructed new for me. So what does this mean? This means, oh boy, this means I get to have my dream shop. I've asked for ideas both on Slack and on a message board that I participate in. I've got some very good ideas, but I'm also open to letting you guys tell me what you think of this idea. I'll show you right now, because I'm considering this part of this update. We're going to move the, what is it? This is AMT's 2008 Chevy Corvette convertible Indy 500 pace car replica. This is a build that was started on the Model Car Podcast Facebook group by Len Geisler. He had to have something to build in Corvette summer. Len hasn't finished anything yet, and of course, I did cheat. The body was pre-painted probably a few years ago in Tamiya TS gloss black. And the few days that I've had lately for decent weather, well, that got the rest of the painting done. It's a nice little kit, really. It's not done, but I do have a finished build to show you guys in another video. Anyway, this guy's nice. About the only thing I really don't like about the kit, you're not going to see it here because I've already done something about it, but the rear taillights were molded and clear. I had to paint them red. Wow. Yeah, no. And I see I also got a little exuberant with my silver paint. I'll take care of that. Maybe. Seems it's just a shelf build. Anyway, back to the new Can-Am Garage. There's 3 ideas. I know this isn't wonderful video. Let's see if I can't get it more. The room is 10 by 10.5, give or take. And as you can see, we're definitely going to have 13 Number 13, excuse me. I'm not even thinking 13. Number 3 is the design that I'm most likely going with. And that will include my custom-built paint shelf by my friend Robert, with all my bottles of airbrush ready paint, scale finishes, model car world, stuff like that. Gravity colors. Yeah, and I suppose I have to show you that now that I've told you about it, but it mounts on the wall. It actually has more room than I have paint at the moment, and as you'll see in that video, that's saying something. Anyway, if anybody has any ideas, I mean, and I can show pictures, and if I can figure out how to do it, which I probably won't in sufficient time, I'd like to think I could show you guys all this, that, and the other thing, but without having brought the still photos here. Sorry about that. It just wasn't, that's me. Regardless, underneath here, and underneath here, and possibly underneath here, there's going to be drawers to fill up with paint, tools, and etc. so that, pardon, don't get seasick on me here, guys, but this bench that I have been using for the last 5 years is filthy. It is a huge desk, as you can see, and it just, no, this does not work for me. I don't want to work like this anymore. Anyway, enough of that. Put you back on what we're looking at here, and we'll definitely zoom down to number 3. Pardon the writing. I've never had nice writing. Anyway, seeing I'm in the mood for videos, there's going to be several videos done today, all to be shown in relatively same amount of time. They'll all be posted up. You can check them all out. We're going to do a stash ad. We're going to do maybe even an unboxing or two. We're going to show you some resin that I've got in since the spring. Again, I thought I hadn't done much, but I have, apparently. There may be some overlap between this and the last videos with stash updates, but I don't think I did. I really don't think I did it. And, well, let's say I'm too lazy to go watch my own videos. I don't watch my own work. That's how I roll. Anyway, we're going to call it at that, and we'll move on to the, oh yeah, there's that too. Just remembered. Nice, neat little project. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. We'll catch you in a few.